Tortalius, thank you for the Twitch follow. Welcome to the doghouse. This is a different cat. This is not Jane Cataxis. This is fuck. They told me the cat's real name, but I have been calling them Millie Rock in my head as a joke the whole time we've been here. And now I can't remember their real name. So Millie Rock is the one who turned my computer off. Okay, YouTube, we should be back as well. I feel your pain, Mauled. My cat manages to shit off my work laptop at least once a week. Yeah, Zero Gear? Is that how it happens? They're just straight crapping your work laptop every week? YouTube chat, what happened was a cat climbed up on the like computer box and hit the power button as they climbed up on top of it. All right, so I gotta bring up Keiki Eater's actual deck list. All right, anyway, back to Brea, no artifact tokens. I would like my grilled cheese with the crust all the way off, please and thank you. I would like orange juice and a sandwich and nothing else. All right, so we have everything but green. We can sack artifacts to gain life, shoot somebody for 3, or dismember something. We have ramp in air quotes, even though it's most definitely ramp, and kind of good ramp at that. Artifact laser. Choose an opponent, make 2 artifacts. Then that player loses X and you gain X, where X is the artifacts you control. All right. I mean, props for using dog shit Aether Drift cards. If I see a blue detective, I'm just going to log off. Real. Okay, circuit feeder. So we can pump something equal to our artifacts. That's a little clever. Machinist Arsenal. They get +2/+2 for each artifact you control. That's a little bit less clever, but sure. We're doing non-vehicle. You are so goddamn lucky I don't have my Vine Boom. Holy shit. Holy shit. You really came in here being like, oh man, I hate all these Brea players. All they do is make Thopter tokens. I can't stand them. I can't stand how unoriginal they are. I'll show them. I'll use a bunch of draft chaff that cares about non-creature artifact tokens, like Haunt the Network. That's one of my favorite things from Duskmourn. Or maybe this little-known card like Mirkwood Bats. It's only played in every goddamn token deck ever. How dare you? How dare you? And not even offend me. How dare you ruin this for you? You had something. You had at least 2 cards that you were going to play. And everybody was going to go, wow, I've never seen that before. Wow, I've never seen this card before. That's so cool that I'm being murdered in a new way. You took a commander that had been done to death, and you were like, let's do it a little bit different. Except what if not different at all? You absolute fuck. This is appropriation. I swear to God, dude. I don't know how yet, but I'm going to prove it. I'm going to fucking prove it. I don't know how. Well, Mirkwood Bats jump scare, and then the no reason infinite. We got fucking dog.
Not fucking nutrient block. I swear to fuck. If you sat down and you were like, yeah, this is my funny Brea deck, and you went turn 2 nutrient block, I would be so with you. If you then laid out the Academy Manufacturer Infinite, I'm knocking your block off. I'm giving you my hairline. You ever seen the movie Face Off? It's with Nicolas Cage and John Travolta. He kidnaps him and cuts his face off and takes it. I'm doing that to you, but I'm kidnapping you. We're flying to Turkey. You're waking up with my hairline. I'm keeping the rest. You're waking up with this, brother. You're waking up mid-Jita. Get ready. Get fucking right. The block is so disrespectful. Nah, Ketchup. You built this from booster boxes. I know you did. I'm sitting here like fucking dokes. I know you built this from a play booster. Not a thought in your head. We Googled one combo and then we spent our fucking grocery bill for the month. Cecil, thank you for the 4 months at tier 1. Welcome back to the dog home. You got me fucked up, dog. All right, we got to make okay. We actually got to come together right now, Keiki, you fucking maniac. We got to come together about how good we want the deck to be. I promise you. Even I realize I'm an artifact hater and you are a robot lover. We got to come together on a cohesive level of how good is the deck going to be. You fuck up. I swear to God. Because we have $434 in this deck. And it's a couple staples. Like a couple staples and really good cards, and then crazy dog shit. Like we have the Infinite Machine, and then a bad draft pack. I mean, Artifact Burn, okay. Gonti's Aether Heart is insane. You opened a lot of Aether Drift, huh? You opened a lot of Aether Drift. Okay, this Aetherworks Marvel works. The cards you're going to cast for free are dog shit, but that's neither here nor there. Clues and food. Let me just see how this plays. I cannot mind palace this shit. So we have Ruinous Ultimatum for some reason. We have Mox Opal. We have 1 land, and we have an Arcane Signet. I'm gonna make you fucking play this out. Bam, bam, bam. I'm so good. Oh, good. An indestructible artifact land. Arcane Signet. I'm the fucking best. I can Swords to Plowshares now. I play Brea on curve despite the best efforts of my deck to fuck me. I play an untapped, untyped Triome. Or a tapped, untyped Triome. Can I even fucking do anything? Oh, we could have played our last turn. I'm so sorry I didn't recognize your game. You also have Decode Transmissions casted. So this turn we go for Crime Novelist. Hi, baby. I'm working through the 3rd deck right now, and then I don't think I've seen the 4th person. So I don't have an exact ETA, but we are getting close. Yeah. Okay, baby. I love you. Bye. Okay, so we also have 2 Thopters from Brea. Not 4/4 constructs, holy fuck.
Not heroes. God damn. All right, 1/1 Thopters. We have 2 of these. So it's turn 5. We spend 3 on this bitch. Well, I could spend 2 and sack them to kill a man. That's about it. I could also, dispatch. That's about it. So we'll say I use 1 piece of interaction on turn 5. I somehow have managed to not control a plains or a swamp. I'll play this one because it'll come in untapped. I play Haunt the Network. I do want us to take express notice. The primer of this deck said it's Brea minus creature tokens. And I would like us to stare longingly at the only fucking things we have managed to produce. I get to... Oh, fuck. They just lose. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right, they lose 8 life. They lose 8 life. Tremendous. God damn it. I play Gonti's Aetherheart. Everybody immediately begins beating me to death. I will basic land cycle. What pips do I not have? So I can make double black. I can make white, white, white. I guess I'll get a mountain. No, I already have 2 sources of that. I mean, I guess nothing matters. I'll get a plains because I need 3 white pips. That sounds like the most accurate one. So I get a plains from this. Oh my fucking... I ruin this ultimatum and concede. I throw my fucking hands up and I'm like, I might not have anything, but neither do you fucks. So we could Forensic Gadgeteer. This will cost reduce Brea's ability, but we have not made any artifacts. We don't have any clue make. Oh, thank fuck. I cast an artifact spell and I finally get a clue on turn 9. I finally get a clue on turn 9. What's this? This is 1 mana only? Thank God. And then I can 1 and tap, and I make a servo. Remember, no creature tokens, by the way. We're not making artifact creature tokens, by the way. I fucking pass. Holy shit, Astrid Peth is here. I play Astrid Peth, not triggering any of my artifact cast synergies. I make a food. Okay. So let's try to break this down. I think the main problem we're experiencing is not one of can the deck play Magic. I think the main problem we're experiencing is, can the deck play Magic in the way you are describing? I think the big issue is, if you've never done the priority test before, it's very easy to do, provided that you have tagged the deck appropriately, which you have. The priority test is the thing your deck cares about doing is the category of tag that has the most cards in it descending. So the thing you care the most about doing is having lands, because you have 36. That's normal for a deck. The real thing you care the most about doing is having a payoff for sacrificing an artifact. This is already at odds with what you said the deck was about. You said the deck was about making non-creature artifacts to use with Brea. You have an outlet in the command zone, right? Like, if nothing's going right for you, but you have your commander and you have a bunch of non-creature artifacts, you can do stuff. You can shoot people, you can gain life, you can kill other people's creatures, you're good. But what you have done instead is said, the main thing I want to be able to do is have a benefit for having sacrificed an artifact. Your next biggest priority after that is making tokens. Some of these are tagged a little bit aspirationally. Making tokens, some of which are creatures, some of which are non-creatures. Makes one fucking food token. And then in third is clues and food specifically. So the biggest problem in my view with this deck is the fact that clues and food is not priority number one. That doesn't mean the deck will not function without them being priority number one, but I do not think it will function in the way your primer speaks of it if it is priority number 3. Because, like, Detective Satchel, sure, at least we are making double clues. What does Jenny Flint do? Jenny Flint doesn't even make clues. Doesn't even do that. This is another fight. This is just a sacrifice payoff, but it is a payoff specifically for clues and food. But like James, Wandering Dad, great. I'm gonna make a fuckload of clue tokens. Martha Jones, dog shit. This is 3 mana. Make 1 clue 1 time because we also don't have any flicker. We have side quest Catch a Fish, which is make 1 food 1 time. We have Astrid Peth. This is like, I am fucking astonished, but this is actually our best clue and food engine. Or like our most reliable one. And I think that's what's defeating the vibe of the deck. Because we are certainly not doing Brea minus creature tokens. We are doing like Transmutation Font is better, TBH. Yeah, Transmutation Font is better, but it's also like 5 mana. If you were casting 5 mana cards that totally failed to do what you want to do, we just got to old yeller you at that point. Flycree, thank you for the Prime sub. Welcome to the dog home. So if you just want to build a good Brea deck, we can get 1,000,000 tokens through Flicker. It doesn't sound like what you want to do is just build a good Brea deck. It sounds like what you want to do is build a Brea deck that leverages her ability in a different way. And to do that, we need to be producing clues and food en masse, which we are just not. If we had, if we were more able to play a lot of artifact spells in one turn, I would believe more in Forensic Gadgeteer. But yeah, Saurian Voidborn, I think a lot of the uncommons you definitely got out of your Edge of Eternity's pre-release box are the main culprits. Like, you are worried about getting enough benefit out of sacrificing your clues and food, and you're not worrying enough about how do I get clues and food to sacrifice in the first place. This is the second deck I ever built, obviously without the help of Scryfall or anybody who was literate, but I am here to save you. So what you're going to want to do, we're going to go Scryfall Advanced Search. We're going to go investigate, and we're going to see what is out there in the big wide world of clues and food cards that are not bad. Okay, so this 4 mana, make 3 clues. Instantly better than most of the things that are currently in the clue pile. Do not look Tivit in the eye. There is Wojek Investigator. There is Disorder in the Court, which is both Flicker and Investigation, both of which are good for your deck. This will inadvertently make you a lot of creature tokens because you will be flickering Brea. There's even just straight up bad cards like Deduce. There is Search the Premises. We have James Wandering Dad already. We have this Malcolm, which will investigate every time we cast 2 spells in a turn. There is Sarah Jane Smith, who will trigger both off of our legendaries and off of our artifact spells. There is a counter spell that lets you do this. That's fucking funny. There is a counter spell that will make me 3 clue tokens. There's Vernog, who will not. This will not be as good unless you want to lean into a Flicker sub theme. There is Curious Inquiry, which we can put on a Thopter and then just farm a clue token off of every single combat. And so the first thing we need to do is have more non-creature token generators in the deck, period. After that, we should be swapping out the stuff that is going to make you 1 clue once for the things that will make you multiple clues once, or will make you 1 clue over and over and over and over again. Stuff that's based on combat damage, you can generally assume is going to be over and over and over again because you have flying creatures and you have a way to remove your opponent's blockers. Stuff like Sarah Jane Smith, over and over and over again. Every artifact you cast, every legendary you cast, that's a clue. Confirmed Suspicions will make you multiple clues 1 time. Is it a bad spell? Yes, this is terrible, but it is funny. And if you want to build a Brea deck that feels different, no other Brea player in the world is running this fucking spell. So if you're looking for novelty and you want to play a spell that is going to make your friends go, what the fuck did you just cast? This is the one. That's the one. And we can do the same thing and look for Make a Food. This is just enters. Rapacious Guest is both a way to create foods with our flying creatures and is a way to get a payoff for sacrificing foods because she will get big and fat, and then when she dies, boom, she poop. She poop, and your friends drown in the resulting diarrhea. Isn't that nice? We can do Apothecary White, who will, once again, we will leverage these. Like, we want to be making Thopters under duress. We don't want the main game plan to be Thopters, but we can leverage the Thopters that Brea is going to make anyway to make us all these fucking clues, all these fucking foods. If you go turn 3 Brea, turn 4 Apothecary White, bam, now you have 2 food tokens every single turn. That is coincidentally enough to feed into Brea's abilities. You could even do like Midnight Snack. This is a very bad card. Right, I am not recommending high power good Brea cards. I am recommending Brea eats an entire box of Chips Ahoy at midnight cards. You play this, you start swinging with Thopters, you get foods, you eventually sack everything into a big life gain turn. This is way too much mana. This is terrible. You are never winning any games with this card. But like, these are all the things that are going to make the deck. This is what's going to make the deck feel like you are playing a non-creature token-based Brea deck, as opposed to what we currently have, which is definitely a creature token-based Brea deck that is like also half an aristocrat's deck and then just has an infinite somewhere in there. We have, oh god, these fucking artifact lands are killing me, dog. All right, so we have everything with these. So now on our next turn, it's that they're tapped, Alec Man. It's not that they're artifact lands. It's that they're tapped and bustering our curve out every single time. So now we get Tezzeret, Agent of Bolas out. And at this point, corporate needs you to identify the difference between this deck and every other Brea deck that your primer said you were trying to not be like. I'd be interested to see what you think of the artifact creature token deck my friend pressured me into building. He just kept giving me odd cards to support that deck type. I can actually do that one really, really quick. Here it is. And that's okay. Not every deck needs to be, devastatingly novel. But I think this deck right now is deeply confused. I would highly recommend that you pick a more dedicated direction for it. Whether that direction is, fuck it, I'm going to do artifact creatures and just kill you with Thopters. It's very funny to be like, welcome to New York, bitch, and then throw 18 million pigeons at somebody. But if you want it to feel like it is a non-creature Brea deck, then we got to start getting some of these like more genuine investigate engines out, because right now this is just like, Brea go burr, eventually I will get, eventually I'll get an infinite and then you're going to get fucked. Right? Hey, look, I got a piece of my infinite off my planeswalker. Isn't that nice? And play this guy, hold up a counterspell, uptick this guy again, just keep on fucking digging. Hey, look at that. And then I'm just missing, like, I am a free sack outlet away from just doing this infinite. I should point out that I specifically said the infinite is not the expected outcome because I didn't even notice it while building. Well, right, but if like a hole in the child's head wasn't the expected outcome when you pointed the gun at them, there's only so much grace I can give you. And I think that is very, very typical of artifact decks. This is true for artifact decks, graveyard decks, and sacrifice decks, where there's only like 3 things they can do. They can either sacrifice something, they can bring something back, or they can give you an extra thing for having sacrificed something. And once you combine something from each of those 3 categories, you typically have an infinite on your hands. And so I'm not going to drag you for, choosing to put in an infinite that's way better than the rest of the deck. But the way this deck currently looks is it looks a lot like I have the ability to do board control until I draw this infinite. And so I think that your intention plays a role in how the deck goes, but even if you even if you intend for the deck to not play like this, when we go into the playtest and we see what it's capable of doing, it's capable of doing very, very little other than waiting to draw these cards. And if you had more meaningful investigation methods, search the premises is probably the worst one. But if we had ways to proactively make clues, proactively make foods, and then proactively use them to further our game plan, I think the deck feels a lot more satisfying, even if it's not a strict upgrade. If you just want the deck to be good, I think the main thing you're missing is Flicker. If we just want the Brea deck to be good, you have Brea who will make artifacts on ETB. I think you have a few other things that make artifacts when they come in, and flickering those instead of casting Nutrient Block is typically the way to be. So we're going to throw you up on the slide. I think as opposed to Kaiser Glider, the Brain Poison fucking got you. It's weird because like 50% of the deck is the Brain Poison got you, and 50% of the deck is you went to an Edge of Eternity's pre-release and you were like, damn, this honks. Damn, this shit is crazy. Have y'all seen this shit? Have y'all heard about these black sacrifice cards? These motherfuckers are insane. Somebody stop them. So yeah, I think the deck can work as you have described. I don't think the deck currently works as you have described, which is okay. That's a lot of decks. Many of my decks have ended up in that place, and then I have to make them over. So we're going to go to the 1 minute ad break. We may have Awry Flames here. That was genuinely my reaction to Edge of Eternity's. Oh my gosh, more sacrifice cards. Fucking perfect. And like the free outlets make a little bit of sense. But yeah, I think you got magpied, dog. I think you saw the shiny cardboard and you were like, holy fuck, this shit is heat. This shit is heat. And you need to go open Karlov Manor. Hop up here, kitty. Come here, kitty. If you jump on the computer... Come here. Hold on. I gotta get their blanket. Come on, kitten. Yes, good kitty. That's a good kitty. Show us like Rafiki, boss. The thing is, I'm not that close with this cat yet. We've only known each other for like 2 days. And so I don't know if she'll be uncomfortable with me like picking her up. Oh, do you have any pet cards that you love but know should usually be cut? I stare at Shakedown Heavy every single deck. I think for me it's probably Sphinx Ambassador, because I don't think Sphinx Ambassador goes into every single deck I build, but it is one of the cards where I'm like, man, if this deck is good enough at ramping or is low power enough, I will throw the Spitties in there. Hello, little baby. Yeah. Oh, fuck, my jaw is bad today. Goodness gracious, my jaw is doing bad today. I know, you're so sweet. Tell the people. The kitty gives +3/+3 as eminence. They are a very sweet kitty. We still on for my roastage this Sunday? Yes, Sunday's roasting is still on. I will be back home by Sunday. Show us whole like Rafiki the wrestler boss. Army Hitch, I'm going to need you to do some burpees. I'm going to need you to do some burpees real quick. We are now finished working on Brea, which I think is going to end us for today unless Awry Flames presents themselves. Have you taken any autism pills for your jaw? I inject my autism straight into a buttock every morning. It has yet to fix my jaw pain. Mauled, what are your thoughts on Mutate? I think Mutate's a really cool idea that has been let down significantly by the nature of the game itself. Like, a lot of the idea of Mutate is really, really sick, but it oftentimes just ends up being meat-based Voltron. And the times I've played against Mutate decks, what is the most disappointing about them is because it's kind of a weak mechanic, but it is exploitable. Cakey Eater, thank you. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope this advice helps your deck. Somebody give me a Mutate card. I can't remember. I guess Otrimi. Sure. Okay. So Otrimi, like 6 mana in Sultai, but you can get it for 4 mana. Because Mutate decks typically involve like green and blue and red in some way, or they typically involve green or blue, it is not impossible to get a like Mutate pile going where you non-deterministically draw cards and float more mana and mutate good creatures. And you just continually mutate good creatures. And so I've found that Mutate decks are either really, really weak or they have to be combo. They have to be a like no, be a good kitten. Be a good kitten. They have to almost like storm off with creatures where they're not doing damage every time, but they either make a, impossibly big pile of creatures. They make everybody discard their hand. There are some creatures that make you lose life every time they mutate. Grim, I don't know about interested. I find like if you are submitting a deck mainly because you think I'm going to be excited by it, I wouldn't typically recommend that. I feel like those decks are the ones that oftentimes lead to the most mismatched expectations. Because I want to look at decks that you really, really want to have exist but are having trouble with. If you send me a deck where you're like, oh, I think Mauled Hound will enjoy looking at this and will enjoy describing it to people, that's typically where I get into situations where if I think the deck should be taken in a different direction, the submitter has their feelings hurt for good reason, not even in a butthurt way, but just like it's a letdown. And I think my tastes are pretty particular. And so I think if you're struggling, that's perfect. The best decks we get out of this are ones where the author has a clear idea of what they want the deck to do, but it's not quite doing it. It's almost doing it, but it can't really get all the way there. Because then there's room for me to be like, oh, well, here is where I think you're a flawed human. Here is where I think your dreams are bad, and here are the good dreams you should replace your bad dreams with. And then on top of that, here are the mechanical reasons that the deck doesn't currently work. If you come in with a deck that's like, this idea is perfect, and then I disagree, sometimes they can be really funny, but it requires you and I to live develop a pretty good back and forth. Because if I say like, "Oh, I think your deck is full of shit," and I try to do that in a humorous way, and you're just going like, "Well, you're wrong." The roast part is just like over. Cuz I'm not going to sit here and just like be a dick to you. That's no fun for anybody. The best ones are when I'm like, or when I make call outs, like, you pulled half of this deck from underneath the McDonald's kitchen sink, and then they're like, fuck, yeah, I did. How'd you know, bro? How'd you how'd you know this deck was built out of 3 Edge of Eternity's play boosters? Or like, yeah, you know what? That card is a trauma response. You got me. I'm keeping it anyway. Those are all of the like pretty good moments. And the rougher moments are when somebody's like, "No, this card's super reasonable. You sound crazy." The McDonald's sink has some sick cards, though. I mean, sick cards in the sense that you will develop tuberculosis if you handle them too long. That's true. Who is such a pretty kitty? Oh, Grimhouse, that is very, very kind of you to say. So yeah, I would say if you have a deck that you think that has like a narrative slant, like you have a gimmick you want to see achieved and you're struggling to achieve it, that is the perfect type of deck to send in. Or if you have a gimmick that you are like deeply convinced is funny and you're down to roll with the punches of me making fun of it, those are also good. Make mutate good? We could fucking try. We could fucking try, but I don't know if that one worked, be honest with you. I don't know if that one would work. The theft part would definitely work, but making it work via mutate, I am not at all confident about. Okay, I don't think our last roasty of the day is coming, and my jaw is not gonna hold up to wait for them. So I do think we're gonna end it here, unless Arai Flames is in chat right now. They did get kidnapped. I will email them and explain the scheduling mix-up, and maybe we have to get them in on Sunday or something. But thank you all for coming while we are in the secondary setup. Oh, Oh, I love this. The cat has been tricked onto my lap via the blanket. Thank you all for being here. We're going to find somebody to raid. Please hit them with the Bald Kai message that you can pull up by typing in !Bald Kai. I will be live again. I'll be live again Saturday. I'm not sure exactly when. Sometime in the late afternoon, early evening. Let's see. Who up? Who up avataring their airbenders? Yeah, Girls Play is live. We will hit them. Be kind to them. Hit them with Bald Kai. I will see you all Saturday. Thank you for being here. I hope you enjoyed the show. And please remember to stay toxic.